Hey guys! In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 2 ways to make your own herbal hair rinses at home. I've been using herbal hair rinses for years in my natural hair care routine, and I absolutely love them. Herbal hair rinses are wonderful because depending on the herbs you use, they can help relieve scalp conditions like dandruff, they can enrich your natural hair color and enhance natural highlights, and certain herbs can help stimulate the scalp to increase hair growth. I also love adding in raw apple cider vinegar to my hair rinses because it gently cleanses the scalp and removes residue from the hair. Apple cider vinegar can also help soothe scalp conditions due to its antifungal and antibacterial properties. Plus, it helps detangle the hair and leaves it soft and shiny. So first, you'll need to pick the herbs you want to use. There are so many herbs that are beneficial for the hair and scalp. Rosemary is my personal favorite herb for the hair. It stimulates circulation to the scalp to help promote healthy hair growth, and it makes my hair feel soft and look shiny. Lavender helps balance oil production and soothes the scalp, and it's also wonderful to use for a late night shower because of its relaxing aromatherapy benefits. Sage is one of the best herbs to help relieve dry, itchy scalp and dandruff, and it can also gradually darken the hair, so if you have blonde hair, you might not want to use this one too often. Horsetail is amazing for keeping the hair strong and reducing breakage during hair growth. The silica in horsetail helps to strengthen the hair, plus it adds a beautiful shine and luster to the hair. Calendula is not only beautiful, but it's also wonderful for soothing scalp conditions and really great for dry hair. Parsley helps to add shine and luster to the hair. Thyme is really wonderful if you have oily hair, and it's also great for scalp conditions. Peppermint has its cooling properties that can help calm an inflamed scalp, and it increases blood flow to the scalp, so just like rosemary, it's great if you're growing your hair out. Chamomile is really great for blonde hair because it'll help bring out the highlights. And a little FYI, if you don't have chamomile flowers, you can just use chamomile tea. And this goes for all the herbs. And finally, we have the fragrant Bulgarian rose, which can be used to help calm scalp conditions. You can simply add in a little bit of a high-quality organic rose water like rose nectar into your hair rinses. And now that you have an idea of what herbs you can use, we can move on to making our hair rinses. You can use fresh or dried herbs. I'm going to be using fresh herbs today, but if you decide to use dried herbs, just remember that you'll need less since dried herbs are more concentrated. So first, I'm going to show you how to make a concentrated herbal vinegar hair rinse. This is an extremely convenient way to always have herbal hair rinse prepared because you'll just use a bit of the herbal vinegar at a time and mix it with water, so it'll last you a long time. I'm going to be making a rosemary-infused vinegar, a lavender-infused vinegar, and a sage-infused vinegar. That way I can mix and match them or just use them on their own depending on what my hair feels like that day. All you need to do is place your herbs in a glass mason jar or container, and then just fill it up with raw organic apple cider vinegar, making sure the herbs are fully covered. Then you'll just let the herbal vinegar sit for at least 2 weeks. Once it's ready to use, you can just add a few tablespoons into a glass or bowl and dilute it with water. I'm going to be showing you how I like to use mine later in the video. And I'll also mention that I store my herbal vinegars in the fridge to keep it fresh, and it should stay good for a very long time if stored properly. Plus, you can even use these herbal-infused vinegars for salad dressings. Super delicious if I do say so myself. Now moving on to the second way I make an herbal hair rinse. This is if you're wanting to just make a quick herbal hair rinse for one-time use. All you're going to do is pour boiling water over a handful of the herbs of your choice. I'm using rosemary in this case because I'm just in love with it. Then you just let the herbs steep for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Basically, you're brewing a very strong bowl of tea. And once it's cooled down to room temperature, you can just strain the herbs out and it's ready to use as a rinse on your hair. And you can also add in a few tablespoons of apple cider vinegar if you want. So now you might be wondering how I use the hair rinses. For me, I personally like to shampoo my hair with a gentle, natural shampoo. As you guys know, my holy grail natural shampoo is Kalia's Purifying Shampoo. And then I condition my hair with the purifying conditioner. It contains rosemary to add to this herbal shower experience. Now that your hair is prepped, it's time for the hair rinse. If you're using the first method I showed you, you'll need to dilute it. How much of the herbal vinegar you'll need is really up to you depending on how much hair you have. I add about 4 tablespoons of herbal vinegar to a big bowl, and then I just fill the bowl up with the shower water. And if you're using the second method I showed you, it's pretty straightforward. You just wait for it to cool and then dump that all over your hair. Since I have long hair, I first dip my ends into the rinse and just let it soak for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then I just dump the excess over my hair and leave that in for a minute or 2. You can leave it in or rinse it out. I personally always like to do a quick rinse with cold water. And I'll mention that I use these rinses at least once a week, but experiment and find what works best for you. So that's how I make my herbal hair rinses. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and will try it out for yourself. Feel free to follow me on Instagram where I post daily photos and a lot more hair content. And subscribe and hit that bell button if you haven't already. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.